Hi, everyone. My name is Joel Simondich, and as Associate Dean of the College for Fellowships at Brown University, I know just how impactful self-directed research fellowships can be. As Giuliano Global Fellows, your research has undoubtedly made a difference by expanding the horizons of what we know. I also know that Giuliano Global Fellows can find great success with other research-based fellowships, drawing from their experiences in communities in the US and abroad to discover new opportunities to continue to make a difference. The independence and self-direction you have demonstrated in your research has now equipped you for what comes next. There are many opportunities to consider, all of which present the occasion to either refine your research questions or to redefine them entirely. I'd like to highlight a select few opportunities that I hope you will consider as Giuliano Global Fellows. I'll start with the undergraduate opportunities. First, undergraduates of any class year might consider submitting a proposal for Projects for Peace, which supports community-engaged summer projects that promote peace. Undergraduate juniors who are engaged in community service and/or civic engagement activities might consider the Truman Scholarship, which recognizes students committed to pursuing public service careers for the greater good. Juniors in humanities, social sciences, and the arts might consider the Beinecke Scholarship, which supports graduate studies in those disciplines. Undergraduate seniors in STEM fields might consider a Dodd Scholarship in Germany or a Think Swiss Fellowship in Switzerland. Finally, undergraduate seniors should strongly consider proposing a research grant through the Fulbright U.S. Student Program. Fulbright grants can be pursued all over the world in over 150 participating countries. Now, graduate opportunities. Graduate students might similarly consider proposing a research grant through the Fulbright U.S. Student Program. You are eligible to do so. If you are pursuing graduate studies in STEM, you might look to the NSF GRFP or the Quad Fellowship. For graduate students in the humanities and social sciences, do consider the ACLS Fellowship Program or NEH Collaborative Research Grants. So you may be wondering, apart from the opportunities, how do I get started? I would encourage the following steps. First, establish your research questions. As you now know, as Giuliano Fellows, all self-directed research starts with a question or questions, what you aim to answer through conducting your research. These questions have to emerge from your interests, and they should resonate with your values, your commitments, what matters most to you. You might think of your research that you just conducted as a Giuliano Fellow as a foundation for a new research project. So ask yourself, what do you still hope to discover? Or what remains unanswered in the research you have just completed? Alternatively, your completed project may serve as the launch pad for new research questions, or as an opportunity to pose those questions in a new setting and a new context. The most successful and impactful research projects are, at least to my mind, evidenced on past success. Establishing clear research questions drawn from your past research experiences will aid in the same. Next, make a plan. All good research plans must be actionable and realistic. So ask yourself, what resources will you need? How much time will you need to conduct the research itself? Additionally, each of the opportunities I identified previously requires planning ahead, as often there are campus deadlines to consider for review and potential nomination for the opportunity. You'll also need to provide your recommenders with enough time to learn more about your proposed research and to craft their letters of recommendation. Making a plan will help you come up with a realistic timeline, not only for ultimately accomplishing the research itself, but also for drafting and finalizing your application materials. So stay ahead of deadlines by looking to the resources shared by your respective academic institutions. I think the last step for now is to know your story. All compelling applications have a compelling story at their core, one that reflects the larger personal motivations of the applicant, that demonstrates how their experiences have directly informed those motivations, and frames their research within a broader vision of future impact. Yet, one story is not easily or immediately known, right? It really has to be discovered through some self-reflective writing. Draw on your lived experiences, the moments in your life that have shaped the academic professional, and personal path you are taking now. What do those moments have in common? How have they helped you understand your motivations, and how might they contextualize your current research aims? Then think about your vision for the future. Where do you see yourself 5 years, 10 years out, 20 years out? What values do you hope to be living? And what do you hope to accomplish? Remember, you are already off to an exceptional start, having already conducted research. You've already demonstrated clear research acumen and a capacity to find comfort in the unknown. Hold on to that spirit of discovery. I'm excited for each of you for your journeys ahead.